In this episode of Summer with Mom, we explore beautiful Arkansas and take Mom out for some memorable meals.
That was delicious. What do you think?
So delicious. So delicious that I ate 3 times more than I should have.
This video is sponsored by Storyteller Overland. Live free, explore endlessly, and tell better stories. There it is. Welcome to Arkansas. Buckle up for safety. While this 10-week Summer with Mom road trip is mostly about visiting with friends and family, Mom also wanted to explore states that she hasn't spent much time in, like Arkansas.
They say it's nature's state, and I have to see what they're talking about. And then I can tell you if it's worth everything they said, but it just sounds like it's the most beautiful area.
And now that we've been on the road with Mom for a few weeks, she's getting a better feel for our lifestyle, including an aspect we enjoy the most about traveling.
And on this trip, just coming through, people are so warm and gracious and outgoing and initiate conversations. It's not just me initiating all the time.
Yeah.
I like it so much.
Now, it's time to go see the many reasons Arkansas's official nickname is the Wonder State. With temperatures in the high 80s with nearly 100% humidity, we drove to Ponca Low Water Bridge so we could cool off in the Buffalo National River.
You gonna have swimming maybe? Huh? Let's go.
Charley loves the water, and it's taken this long for her to get some well-deserved playtime.
Oh, Charley, are you so happy?
Since she loves to play catch, I walked back to the van to grab her tennis ball. While my mom and I stayed by the river to play with Charley, Kate went back to the van to make lunch for everyone. Since we were all craving something different, she put together individual salads and bowls. Mom and I enjoyed our lunch outside. Of course, Mom struck up a conversation with the camp counselors parked next to us and got some recommendations of things to check out in the area.
Good break?
Very good break. Thank you for the delicious salad.
You're welcome. Did you get some good tips on where to head next?
I did, but no one was quite sure which direction to go.
I think I know which way to go.
Okay.
Follow me.
Oh my God. It's like high 80s and 100% humidity.
Welcome to Arkansas.
Uh-huh.
The Buffalo River is 153 miles long and the first to be designated a national river in the United States. Kate and I were here in the winter when the ground was still covered in snow. Quite a stark contrast to this experience with Mom and Charley. As we made our way south towards Little Rock, we drove through a thunderstorm that was making its way north. Luckily, the storm was gone by the time we reached Little Rock, and my mom could enjoy the beautiful drive across the Arkansas River. Since it was dinner time, we took Mom to Threefold Noodles and Dumpling Company, which happens to be one of our favorite noodle and dumpling spots in the country. Mom and I shared an order of the pork pot stickers and each ordered our own bowl of noodle soup. The pot stickers are some of the best I've had in a very long time, and the house-made noodle soup with braised beef shank just hit the spot after a long day exploring northern Arkansas.
That was delicious. What do you think?
So delicious. So delicious that I ate 3 times more than I should have.
Okay, Charley, you ready for your first dumpling? Don't eat it too quickly because you never have a first again.
It's gone.
Good girl. There's no more. That's it. You ate it all.
Okay, off to the campground.
Kate was able to find a campground in North Little Rock for us to spend the night and called ahead to make sure we could check in after dark. We've learned some campgrounds have specific check-in hours. Luckily, the host at this campground was very flexible and told us to knock on the door when we arrived. Not needing any hookups for the camper, the camp host was able to put us in a tent site which was the closest to the bathrooms and only $20 for the night. Since we were pulling in after dark, I turned on the exterior lights to make sure we didn't have any low-hanging tree branches or stumps to worry about. You ready for some boxed wine?
Let's give it a try.
See, Mom, we treat you right. We only buy the good stuff.
Cheers. Thanks to another wonderful day.
Well, thank you. With the camper's batteries fully charged and the AC set to 75 degrees, we all enjoyed a comfortable night in the camper away from the humidity. After a restful evening, we were all up by 9 a.m. and ready to get the day started. It was already 77 degrees outside with a real feel of 89 and 90% humidity. We rolled into camp last night around 9, and as soon as we set up in the tent spot, flicked the AC on, and it's been running all night long. We went from 100% down to about 25 or so. It's still on, but you know what that means? There's enough power left to make my coffee this morning, so that's all I'm really happy about. Once the coffee was made, we packed up the van and pulled out of our spot to drive over to the RV dump station at the campground. Kate turned on the monitor panel to check out our fresh water and gray tank levels. Since our fresh water tank was at 78%, I didn't add any more water, but I did empty the gray tank before we got back on the road. With freshly brewed coffee in hand, we made our way back to Little Rock so Mom could check out the Presidential Library. We just spent about an hour at the Clinton Museum, and what did you think?
Very nice. It's very well done, but it's very sparse. I liked it. I learned a lot. I found it very interesting, but it's not the best one I've seen.
Well, the sad thing was we weren't allowed to take any video of that inside the museum to post on YouTube. So this will have to suffice. If you want to see it, you're going to have to come to, where are we?
Little Rock.
Little Rock. You're going to have to come to Little Rock to see it for yourself. All right, well, we're going to get on the road and take my mom someplace she's never been, Waffle House.
Can you believe that? Never even heard of it, I don't think, until this trip, but...
Well, they don't have any on the West Coast.
I'm looking forward to it.
All right. Kate had her first Waffle House experience earlier this year, and we were excited to show Mom what this place is all about. Since Mom loves breakfast, she went for the All-Star Special. It didn't take long for our food to arrive, which included my omelet with toast and Mom's All-Star Special, which came on 3 plates.
It is quite a bit of food, but I'm hungry and I don't have to eat it all, but I sure want to try it all. So let's see.
Well, cheers. Enjoy.
Thank you, you too. I'm really curious to see the inside of that omelet.
Mom went to work putting her breakfast together just the way she likes it, and it didn't take her long to get through all 3 plates. So what'd you think?
Delicious. Best waffles I've ever had. The people were great. I had eggs cooked the way I like to have them cooked. You picked a winner.
Great. Well, you did finish your plate.
Oh
so.
my God, I ate so much.
You got the biggest thing on the menu.
I'm supposed to lose weight on this trip.
I told you, you're going to put on the Van Life 15.
No, I am not. I guarantee you I am not. I am not.
All right, well, let's get going.
Okay.
Our next stop was Hot Springs National Park. Since it was such a hot and humid day, we opted for the short driving tour. But apparently, Kate didn't get the memo when she asked to stop at the mountain tower.
I'm gonna climb the observation tower. It's only 90 something and 80% humidity. Totally doable. And we have a nice and cool camper to go back to.
That's where I'm going. I don't know, I might try to accompany you. We'll see how I fare.
Okay. Dale.
Uh-huh. I was going to go for it, I swear. But it's, for national park holders, it's $8 to have the privilege to climb to the top of the tower or take the elevator. I would pay to go up the elevator if we wanted to go up, and then free to go up the stairs, but apparently that's not the case.
I didn't feel like paying $8 to climb 165 feet.
So instead, we put the $16 towards a t-shirt I found at the gift shop, which made a great birthday present for my sister. She's deathly afraid of bears, and this t-shirt gave us a good laugh. Although we passed on the panoramic views from the observation deck, We all enjoyed the views from the nearby overlook. Mom was really interested in checking out one of the thermal bathhouses in town, but being a Friday afternoon, all the places were already booked, so we decided to keep driving. With Mom as a navigator for this 10-week road trip, it was up to her to tell us where to head next. Since her map wasn't detailed enough, we pulled over at a gas station to figure out the next stop. We might go to Graceland, we might see some other things, but we're continuing east at a fair clip, and that's pretty much it for this video. So far, summer trip with Mom has been going really well, right Mom?
Hallelujah.
Well, like I said, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please give us a thumbs up. Head over to our website at we'retherussos.com to learn more, and stay tuned for the rest of Summer with Mom. We'll see you next time. Bye.